go back to the history. So earlier, before robotics, so the history starts with automata. Okay, so that we'll discuss later. If you go to, if you look back to history of robotics, it is all about fiction in novels, in movies. Okay, so people assume something. Okay, and even today it is not possible to bring all those into reality. Okay, so earlier writers and filmmakers they thought something robot means so it can do this perform this type of functions or it can behave like human beings or like dinosaur or anything. Okay, so out of imagination they thought a lot of things. Later in reality also we were able to implement, our scientists engineers they were able to build robots. But even today, so if you look at fiction and reality there's a gap. Okay, so because of technological challenges it is not possible to build actual robots which we can see in animation or in animated movies. Okay, so if you go back to history of robot, so the first time the robot term was used in a play that was written by Karel Capek. So used the word robot in his 1921 play Rossum's Universal Robots, derived from the Czech word roboto meaning forced labor. So play means natka. Okay, so the term robot was used in the field of theatre. Okay, while performing play, so they used the term robot. And again, so this term was derived from the Czech word that is robota. The meaning of this is forced labor. Okay, so even after that also people from industry and people from science and technology they picked the concept of robot because they find that they can get cheap labor out of robotics. Okay, that is the main thing, and there are a few more other aspects also. Earlier also you are well aware of slavery. Okay, so in India, in USA. Okay, so it means before getting these machines, okay, even human beings were used as machines by people who have money, okay, who have resources. They picked poor people. Okay, so people in USA, Europe. Okay, they pick people from Africa and they kept them as slaves. That means they were also treated like machines. Okay, without any dignity. Even in India, even today, so we treat people, laborers, okay, as we don't think them as human beings. Okay, so we treat them as machines are. You want, if possible, okay, if people are ready to work without salary, we are ready to make use of that opportunity. So that is the mindset of people who have money, who have resources, or that is the capitalist mindset. Okay, even if you look at the history of robotics, so you can get the same, or you can draw the same conclusion. Okay, where people in industry were looking for an alternative for labor. Okay, so that's why they find that if we can get machines which can perform the same operations like human beings, okay, so that can be a better alternative. And again, they are also considering cost factor also. Even today, many industries work with manual systems. It may be because of various reasons. Okay, they may not have sufficient resources to invest on automation technologies. Okay, and again they may not get skilled people who are required to manage these automated systems, or even they cannot afford to pay the salary that is expected by people who can do programming, who can manage the automated systems. Okay, it is because of various reasons. Ultimately, the cost will come into picture. Okay, whether you prefer to have manual systems, semi-automated, fully automated, cost play an important role. Even in the history of robotics also, so people were looking for alternative to cheap labor. Okay, or if they can, if it is possible to perform operations, or it is possible to get work done at least cost compared to manual labor, then obviously people will prefer, or management of the company will prefer to have robots rather than humans. Okay, so that's why robota means forced labor. The term itself will tell us the history of robotics. Okay, or the conceptual, or what are the concepts, okay, or why we pick this word, okay, why it is robotics. So because, so it is an alternative to labor. Okay, forced labor means, again, so if you look at the labor structure of earlier days like slavery, okay, so there, that is nothing but that is forced labor. Next, automata. Okay, so automata before robotics in 14th, 15th century, 16th, 17th century also people attempted, okay, to create some machines which will behave or which will move like some of the animals. Okay, that is called as automata. Automata means, so this is people try to replicate mechanisms which are similar to how we move, okay, how our body will work or it will operate. Okay, so they want to mimic the same thing. Okay, they want to replicate that. So there were many attempts, so done by different people around the world. Okay, so they attempted many things, so they were considered as automata. So they took inspiration from nature, okay, and they built mechanisms, so which will behave like animals. Automata are mechanisms that try to mimic the look and behavior of living creatures. The 18th century was the golden age of automata with many intricate machines. That means during 18th century, many have attempted to create mechanisms which will replicate so different animals, including human being. These were driven by, in 18th century, because of technological advancement also. So people started using gear drives, so then cylinders. Okay, so these were driven, this automata mechanism, so they were driven by clockwise work gears and cylinders containing hundreds if not thousands of complicated control tracks. So if you make use of cylinders, again you have to control them, so you need a control track with pipes and with hydraulics or pneumatic supply, VAR, oil supply. Next, so after automata, next animatronics are machines driven by motors and hydraulics and synchronized with an audio track to give the full illusion of life. So audio track means, so in order to make someone believe that this machine is making some noise, it is speaking like human being, the machine is interacting like animals. Okay, in order to create that illusion, so these people who developed the mechanisms which are similar to animals. Okay, so they used audio track also. Okay, even today we have speech boards, so where we can interact. Okay, so with the robots. Okay, and it will attract people, it will gain attraction. Okay, so if a robot started interacting with people, so then that will be a big news. So we have seen robots like Sophia and other robots. Okay, so which can, if you ask some question, it can give the response. Okay, like that they were built. So earlier also people try to do that. Next, so that was the earlier developments related to robotics. Later, so it was implemented in factories. Okay, factory machines. That means, so these are the robots used in industries. Machines are designed to be as safe as possible, but there are limits to what can be done. Okay, quite often we will see leakage of some gas. Okay, and there may be some accidents because of short circuit and other reasons. Okay, even though companies may take all possible precautions, okay, then also there are few things which may go wrong. Okay, so that's why we call accident. Accident means we cannot avoid those things. Okay, only thing is we can try by following all safety norms to the maximum possible extent. Companies can avoid occurrence of this type of incidents. Okay, but even then also, so there is a limitation for that also. That's why at times, so there will be a leakage of hazardous gas, or there may be fire. Okay, so and there are issues. Okay, so when this type of incidents takes place, so okay, if there is leakage of gas in the industry, then our first thing is it will affect people who are working in that industry. If there is um, a fire, okay, again that will first thing is people who are working in that industry. Okay, so they may die. Okay, so if there is short circuit and because of that reason, so people may, okay, so die. So that means, so if we depend heavily on human labor, always we need to compromise with safety. Okay, so this is also one of the major reason to go for automation. Okay, rather than having mechanical systems or manual systems. As machines improved into robots, they made some aspects of factory work safer, like welding. Okay, so and in case of welding, also people should work in hazardous environment. Suppose if you are able to reduce the number of people who should work in welding shop of a factory or welding section of a factory to that much extent, so you are improving the safety. A robotic painter, spot welder, or assembly machine can operate in an empty space without any help at all. So here you can see. So there is a robot, okay, which is performing welding operation. So here, so there is no human attention is required. Okay, it will perform based on the program. It will do a sequence of tasks assigned to it as per the program. Okay. A supervisor stands safely outside its range of motion while the robot does the dirty and dangerous work with the help of cameras. Okay, you can fit cameras in these welding sections. Supervisor may sit in his AC room. Okay, if everything is going according to program, according to schedule, it need not interfere. If there is if something goes wrong, okay, so then you can see that in the on the screen. Okay, then you can interfere. Most visible type of factory robot is the robot arm. Okay, whenever we speak about robotics, so usually humanoids come to our mind because we are familiar to humanoids. Okay, we watched a lot of movies, Hollywood movies, even in Bollywood also in few movies we have watched about robots. They are humanoids. Okay, even if you read or if you look at news, okay, so most of the times robots which are humanoids which are used in factories. Okay, so because of that reason, if someone asks, if someone is speaking about robotics, immediate picture which come to our mind is, so we will see some, we will consider some humanoids. Okay, which will work like human beings, but in reality, in industrial robotics, okay, so it is most of the cases, it is all about robotic arms. Okay, where these are kept in fixed location, where only the arm will make the required movement. Okay, so this will not move, so they are not mobile robots. Okay, so they will be at a fixed location, only arm will move and it will cover according to its specifications. Okay, the most visible type of factory robot is the robot arm. Okay, and it can be used for different applications. It may be pick and place application, or it may be for welding, okay, or it may be to perform fastening operation or other things also. Okay, can be given any type of specialized and needed for their job and programmed to perform complex activities. Okay, so already you studied about anatomy of the robot anatomy. So you know what do you call for hand robot anatomy. So what is the other name, a technical name for hand used in robot?
Sir, entire arm or a wrist. Arm.
Wrist.
End effector. Okay.
End effectors. Yes.
Okay, so end effector is nothing but that is considered as and. Okay, so that may consist of gripper. Grippers are like our fingers. Okay, instead of having a finger like gripper, so you can have a welding torch and you can perform welding operation. Like that, you can have different hand depending on the application. Okay, even if it is a gripper also, depending on it depends. Okay, so the design of the gripper depends on what type of actions it should perform. Okay, what object it should pick and what is the load of that object. Okay, and how it can grasp that object. Okay, so there are many considerations. That means we can have different types of end effectors or different types of grippers, or we can detach it from the robotic arm. Depending on the application, we can change the last segment of the robotic arm and we can perform different operations using the same robotic arm. So one arm with a set of different hands can be programmed to perform any number of tasks, like some of our gods with many hands. Okay, so even we can design robots like that, which can perform many operations simultaneously. But there are other considerations also that may not be feasible because of various other reasons. Okay, it may be better to go for a robot with a single end effector. It may because of various reasons. Okay, next, robots make some exploration jobs not only safer but possible. That means from last few decades we were able to achieve a lot only because we have systems instead of human beings. Okay, so we cannot do something by taking lives of people. Okay, now we have a better alternative. If something should be done in a very hazardous environment, okay, instead of using people as tool, we can have mechanisms or even we can have robots. Okay, so instead of human beings, so we can send robot to Mars. Okay, so that is an advantage. So again, you can keep this robot for years, more than a year also. If you send human being, always his or her life will be kept in danger. Okay, we don't know when it will have, what will happen. Okay, even during launch of rockets. Okay, so there might be problem. Even many have lost life during launch itself. Okay, so by considering all those things, so robotics is the better option. Our robots are better options than human beings for different reasons. So these are some examples. Most humans would not be able to walk into the mouth of an active volcano. Okay, suppose if you want to know, so what is happening when there is an active volcano, like in some of the islands in Indonesia. Okay, always there are some active volcanoes. So if someone want to know so about safety of people around that active volcano, so where you cannot send people, so then you can use robots. Or nowadays, so even you need not use robots also. Now drones are better option for this type of surveillance. Okay. Next, perform hazardous waste cleanup at the site of a nuclear accident. Explore the surface of Mars for months. Next, crawl through the debris of a fallen building looking for survivors. So even in India, okay, whenever if a child fell into a borewell. Okay, so there will be discussion regarding use of robot. Okay, there is a guy in Tamil Nadu. Okay, he had developed a robot. So it was used for in these circumstances. Okay, like that. So we can explore robotics for different applications. Fictional robots. So as we discussed earlier, the concepts of robotics. Okay, earlier it was visible in other fields, not in industries. Okay, so robots we saw in films, in even in science fiction, sci-fi fiction. That means in novels. Okay, people have their own imagination regarding robots. Okay, so they are called as fictional. So in movies, in plays, in books. Okay, so robots were thought of. So Hollywood is full of robots, most of which are still beyond our ability to create. So that means they will create robots using graphics, animation. Okay, in reality, it may not be possible to create a robot which will perform all those things which we can see in a Hollywood film. Science fiction authors have used the robot as a main character since the creation of that genre. Okay, even today after this corona pandemic, okay, so even many authors, okay, so they thought about some pandemic. Okay, now after this pandemic, we started relating the current situation to the situation in these novels which were written 60, 70 years ago. Similarly, even it is applicable for robotics also. Few things which we are able to realize today. Okay, so they were part of content in some of these novels. Next, Isaac Asimov's 3 laws of robotics. Again, these laws are based on his conceptual work in books. Okay. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. So that means you should not design a robot which will harm human being at any cost. Okay, so this is applicable for industrial robotics. So it may not be applicable for using robot in military, in defense. Okay, but general thing is, again, there are arguments. So if we are able to create something which is or if it go beyond a certain limit where if we lost control over robots, what will happen? Okay, so that even today that is not a reality, but we don't know about future with artificial intelligence, okay, and machine learning, expert systems. We don't know. So what is the future, okay, of these things? But whenever someone is designing robot, okay, so the general rule is a robot should not think beyond human beings. Okay, it should obey the orders of human beings. And again, if there's a conflict between robot and human being should be in a position to harm robot. So whereas robot should not harm human being. Okay, this is the first consideration. A robot must obey orders given it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. So that means, according to second law, if one more human being gives an order, okay, kill a person, okay, so that will be the conflict with the first law. Okay, robot must obey orders. So if robot is following the second order, so it should go for killing a person, but it should not conflict with the first law. What first law says is robot should not harm a human being. Okay. Robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. That means, again, in future also we should not build robots, okay, which may take decisions so beyond what we have programmed, okay. So these are the considerations, but for any technology there are two sides, okay, both positive and negative side, okay. So it happens in case of any technology, okay. So people use it for good purpose and bad purpose, okay. Even for robotics also, in reality, so it is not guaranteed that everyone will follow this laws of robotics, okay. Considering the good of human beings, so it is better to follow these three laws. Asimov's three laws of robotics remind us that we need to keep our tools safe so they can be used without causing harm. The robotic creations throughout fiction and movies are a two-edged sword. That means, so it is having its own advantage. At the same time, it is having its own disadvantage. Okay, so many are having interest towards robotics because of these movies and because of these novels. Okay, they have their own imagination about robotics. That is a good thing, considering that. So it is possible to create interest among people about robotics. It is because of movies, but there is another extreme where there is over expectation, there is exaggeration than reality. Okay, so that is the flip side of these movies and novels. Okay, on the one hand, they inspire people with the promise of technology. On the other hand, these fictions set the bar very high. That means even today we are not able to build the robots which we are able to see in Hollywood films. Next, future dreams. That means what is the future of robotics? Okay, with current trends of artificial intelligence, machine learning, expert systems. Okay, so researchers are working on evolving robots using the rules and techniques of genetics to develop machines and the brains to drive them. So we know the evolution, okay. So and Darwin's theory, all those things we studied in high school, okay, even introduced in biology. Okay, so researchers are working on evolving robots. So that means if robots are able to think like human beings, if they can evolve on their own, okay, so that is the future dream. Again, it may not be a reality, okay, but people are dreaming, okay. So these dreams may become reality, or they may okay, so there may be dreams in future also, okay, we don't know. But now, so people are attempting to develop robots, okay, so which may evolve on their own. Machines that were not designed at all, but evolved like human beings, okay, based on observations, okay, we analyze what is around us, we make decision on our own, and again after 2-3 generations, okay, so we will evolve, okay. If you consider how your parents will think, what are their priorities in life, okay, so and what are the priorities of your grandparents, it is different. That means from one generation to another generation there is change in focus about life and other aspects, okay. Similarly, is it possible to build machines, okay, even which will evolve? That means intentionally you don't upgrade a system with designs. Evolve means so naturally that should occur, okay. So that is, it is a dream, it is not reality, but so this is the future trend.